Hi everyone. So another project I would like to show you is basically a mask made out of recycled materials. So this is a really good project for older kids through adults. So I had a lot of fun making this in my house just with cardboard recycled boxes that I have around. So what you will need is any saved up recycled boxes, and they could be from cracker boxes, tea boxes, like here's a disassembled tea box, here's an emergency box. I'm addicted to Amy's frozen enchiladas and have a lot of their boxes, so they have a lot of, it's really good to save up the boxes that have a lot of colors on them. So first thing I do is I take part of a box that doesn't have anything interesting on it, so like the nutrition facts is really good. And then you want to flip it over, fold it in half, and then I drew, you can see here, that I drew half of the mask shape, right? Because I wanted it to be symmetrical. And then I drew the eye shape about where it will go on your face. And then you'll take your scissors, cut it out. All right, so that's a pretty good mask shape. And then you'll want to cut out your eye, and then once you have that cut out, you'll trace the other eye on the other side. It's okay if it's not perfect because you're gonna glue a bunch of stuff to it anyway. Okay, so I cut out my eye. I'm gonna flip this and trace the other eye with my pencil that I have handy. So the other eye is traced on the other side. Take my scissors and stab them through. I'll cut this out. All right, so you can see you got your two eyes, pretty symmetrical. At this point, I like to take my pencil and I'm just gonna poke a hole, and this is where you're gonna put some yarn later. So in addition to my recycled boxes, I also have some crayons and a glue stick and some yarn. Whatever yarn or string, it doesn't even have to be yarn, works. So the first thing I want to do is, as you can see on my example mask here, you're not going to glue anything around the eyes because you don't want anything to get through and poke you in the eye or get in the way of your eye. But you also don't want it to be raw cardboard either. So with the crayons, I pick a color I like. Here's a beautiful purple. And I outline the eyeball portion just to give it a little bit of pop. You might want to put down some newsprint or a cloth that you don't care about so you don't get crayon or glue on it on the tabletop. There we go. You could do different colors for the eyes too. Okay, so it doesn't have to be perfect because you're going to cover the edge in cardboard bits anyhow. So now that you have that, you're going to put your mask to the side, and the next step is a really good thing to do while you are listening to podcasts or watching Netflix, or you can sit in silence and do this also, whatever you like to do. So I will take a piece of cardboard that has colors that I really want to start with. I love these bright oranges. So I'm gonna just rip off a part of this emergency box with all these beautiful oranges. And to maximize the amount of things I want to cut out and also reduce the amount of time I spend cutting, I fold this in half. And then you can cut out whatever shapes you want and whatever sizes you want. I really gravitate towards these little leaf-like, feather-like shapes, which is what I used here, as you can see. But you can do squares, you can do circles, you can do really huge shapes. Whatever you want. Alternatively, also, if you don't have a lot of this cardboard or you don't like the way that it looks, you can use watercolors or markers to color plain paper and then cut out of that. Or you can use construction paper if you have construction paper at home. All right, so I have a few of my little leaf shapes cut out. So I could spend like 20 minutes just cutting out like 100 of these of different colors. And then for this mask, I was really strategic with keeping it symmetrical and doing the same number of similar colors on both sides in different parts, but you can do it however you want. So as you're gluing it, you want to get a good overlapping effect. So you want to start from the outer edges and work your way in towards the eyes. So I'm going to show you a little bit about what I mean for that. So I'm going to start here on the nose. Again, you might want to put some paper down if you don't want to get glue on your table. And then you just start placing them. And again, this is a really good, calming, repetitive activity to do while you're listening to some sweet jams or maybe a book on tape. Yeah, so you can see you just keep layering them like so. So to progress on this, you would glue all the way around the outer edges and then do another layer getting closer to the eyes, and then maybe 1 or 2 more layers as it gets around the eyes. And then you might have to repoke your holes. You can go in from the back because you know where they are. And repoke them through the glued bits. And then you'll tie your string through the holes. Like so. And you'll want to put this up to your face to measure that you have the right amount of string to fit around your head. And then you would tie the other side. And then you try it on. Go look in a mirror, see what it looks like. And you'll probably have something similar to this. Again, you can see how I started from the outside and then each layer going towards the eyes is on top. And that is my recycled cardboard mask.